What's going on, guys? It's Murderinc. Due to popular demand, we're going to be talking about my second game again here today. Raid's been frustrating for people. There have been a lot of issues. I kind of want to show people some gameplay and give them the breakdown on this game, Dragon Champions, that I do play. I actually play a lot more than I play Raid now because of all of the awesome features. And a lot of people usually say, I've seen people play Dragon Champions and I've never seen videos that are really endgame showing how cool this game actually is, so that's what I'm going to show you here today. The first thing I want to talk about are the champions, especially this champion here. This is probably the coolest champion in the game as far as model goes. Maybe that's a bit questionable. There are legendaries who look pretty cool, but a lot of people say the models are a big put off in this game. Now, I compare this game to other anime games and these models are 1000% better in my opinion. This is actually a legendary. He's the first one I did unlock. One really cool thing about this is you cannot buy legendaries in this game at all. All legendaries are done through events. You can do these events as many times as you want. All you have to do is have the champion strong enough to do it. As you can see here, the max level is 80. I'm currently level 60 and I already have the tier 2 version of this legendary based on the hero shards that I have. So it's really cool because this legendary specifically is available as soon as you start the game, and pretty much you just have to go through and progress as you go on here. And like I said before, you can attempt this as many times as you want. So if you're getting close, there's good RNG, there's no energy to waste here. All you have to do is tweak certain things on your champions, maybe swap a champion in and out, and you can get this legendary, and every single legendary is like this. However, legendaries aren't available all the time. They are on a rotating cycle, but you can get them every once in a while, so that's something else to keep in mind here. Like I said before, I really like the looks of these champions. I'm a huge Warcraft fan, so that's kind of what initially grabbed me at the start. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Now, one of the coolest parts of this game is its tournament option. Now, there are these things called tournaments. You get a free ticket every single 2 hours, and how this works is you have to use a specific type of champion or a specific champion along with any other champion to complete a 5-man team, and you can compete in tournaments. I think this is one of the coolest things I've seen in a type of game like this because it really has an emphasis on making sure you're using all of the champions you have instead of having champions that are considered vault champions. So right now we're going to use a ticket. We are going to fight someone, and right now Master Duo and 3 Rangers are the champions I need. So what I would do here is I would sort, click on Ranger, and I would see all of my options here. This is already including who I already have inside this battle. So that's the easiest way to filter out who you're actually going to use when fighting this. So now, since my champions are pretty good, we're going to go straight into here, and another really cool feature is the 4 times option when playing this game, as opposed to other places where it's a bit slower. So we are just going to throw this on auto and do insane damage. They're actually using the legendary here, where I elected not to, but I am using my female Wolverine type champion, who is an absolute beast in this game. Her name is Zara. She's an orc, and obviously, as mentioned with Warcraft, I love orcs, and I'm going to use them quite often in this game, regardless of whatever the meta is in people's opinions. I'm always here to try and shake things up. So what we did there was we won. We got these rewards. Like I said, this is free. You get a free ticket every 2 hours, and regardless of where you're placed in these tournaments, everybody gets rewards. So it goes up to 100 people, so you're getting the equivalent of 40 gems, 120 tokens, 18 epic skill books, and a chance of this chest where you get one of the following here. And this is gear used, and I'll go over gear in a second. So even if you fight once or you lose 30 times, you're still getting this bottom tier rewards, which is amazing. And one thing that I love about this game, how no matter what you do, there's so much to do for free in this game. It's kind of unbelievable. So if you haven't tried it already, I highly recommend trying this game out. Once you install the game, go to use promo code, and you're going to type in murder gift here, and what that's going to do is it's going to give you free gem equivalents, which are called Drake coins, and you are going to get enough shards to unlock this awesome champion right off the bat. What this champion does is he pretty much puts an HP burn or a burn effect on your champions here, and he has an AoE stun, and down the line, once you get more progressed, he has a chance to HP burn and stun with this AoE. So I really like this champion a lot, and I think it was really cool that this is the champion you get for free if you do try out this game. Now the next thing, and obviously something really cool that I want to talk about, is the clan boss. It's called Arrowcar's Madness. We're currently on difficulty 4. We have 2 clans that are almost full at the moment. I'm going to leave all of the information in the pinned comments below on how to join my Discord, how to download the game, and what my promo code is. So we're making sure you're getting all of that free stuff. And you can join the Discord, get into one of the 2 guilds. I'll probably end up making a 3rd guild since the 2 we have are already rather full here. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you a raid now. Now this is really cool. I've only attacked this boss once so far, but this is what the raids look like in Dragon Champions. Instead of just going in and fighting a clan boss, you have to fight 3 mini bosses, one being the legendary right behind me that we can see here, that everyone's going to unlock eventually. The 2 others are mini bosses, and they each have 2 adds with them that are other champions in this game. Now the key here is you can attack this raid 5 times a day, but every time you attack, you can no longer use the first 5 champions you use. So I'm going to use my 2nd ticket here, and as we can see, if we scroll all the way down, it says defeated. So in my first ticket, and it does reset in 8 minutes, but I didn't want to show you that. So this is how cool this is. This is another huge emphasis on using all of the champions you have to make sure you're getting the most possible success when dealing damage here. Now I don't want to do too much damage since we have other players looking to get damage in. So I'm going to throw together a random team here so we can see just what this looks like. So this is the team we're going to use. Let's see what the final stage of the raid where you actually fight the dragon actually looks like. Now this is definitely not going to be an optimal team. As mentioned, I used my best team first, did a ton of damage, probably too much because it's best to share damage with your clan. However, one really cool thing is you can do literally 1 damage and get full rewards for downing this. So that's another system I really like, just in case there are newer players who aren't progressing as fast as other players. So if anyone starts playing this game, even though there are people in my guilds who have been playing since I released my first video, you're still going to be able to pretty much stay aligned with us, and you're going to get better loot since we're doing harder raids. And all you really have to do is go in there, hit any stage or any boss for literally 1 damage, and you will be fine going forward. As we can see here, we'll just slow this down really quickly to 2 times speed. There's a lot of interesting mechanics. We have HP burn on the boss, decreased speed on the boss, which does apply, and we have invisibility going on here. So if he's going to use a single target attack, he can only taunt this bear here that was summoned by one of my champions. So there's a lot of cool things going on. And another thing that I like about this is you can manual these, and it doesn't even take that much time. I want to say if I sat here and manual, this would only take, I want to say 5 to 10 minutes out of my day to do this, even though it's really fun. And the fact that I get to use multiple tickets means I get to play for longer and really get to test out newer champions and see what they can actually do. So as we can see, the damage is ramping up significantly with the AoEs. I do have a healer, so we'll see if we can heal back up before we get one shot. And that was the benefit of that taunt there. We're keeping the bear as the tank. Okay, we have cheat death, which is an awesome mechanic, and we are done. So what this does, it shows you the breakdown of all the champions I have, which gives me an idea on who's doing the most damage. Even the healer doing 42,000 damage compared to the champion you get by using the promo code who did the 2nd highest, and then we have our assassin who did insane damage, which is to be expected. So that's what guild raids look like. It's a lot of fun, which brings us to the next point. How do these bosses reset? How do you start a new one? And that's where these tickets on the top of the screen go. I really like this a lot because it drives incentive to keep people active in the game. For every energy, as in 1 energy you spend in this game, you will get 1 ticket at the end of the daily reset for the guild. So since the servers just reset, as we can see, 800 daily energy is the max energy you can do. And once the rest of the guild wakes up, they're going to do their daily energy. And once again, for every point of energy they use, we are going to get 1 ticket, which lets us unlock guild raids. Another cool part about this game is in fact the arena here. And The coolest part is I'm level 60, so as we can see here, I'm only fighting people that are close to my power and level. What's really cool about the levels is everything is gated by the level when you play this game. So if I'm level 60, my champions can only be level 60. So while you can whale in this game, and I'll go over that in a minute, you don't gain as much out of it because I can't go to level 70 and be competing against people or level 60 like this. So this brings us to one of my favorite parts about this game. Look at these daily offers here. I already bought one which was in between here, it was for $6. These are the daily offers you get. $1 to get the equivalent of 2 energy refills for both your campaign as well as your runes. Runes are the only customizable thing you can have as far as stats go. All of the gear you get is static, so needless to say, I spend the $1 a day so I can play this, and it's a lot of fun and increases your playtime by a bit. The other thing here are these skill ups we have going on here. For $11 we get 70 uncommon, 50 rare, 100 keys to open a ability chest, which gives us more of all 3 of these, and then finally 15 epic. So the microtransactions in this game are extremely cheap, and it's honestly feels really good coming from Raid, since in this game there's not a lot of RNG and you actually get what you pay for. So the other thing I wanted to go over is actually the tower. This is something I really enjoy. The tower, basically you fight against other players, main teams, this is kind of like an arena thing where you're fighting against them, but the coolest part is the side rooms. So now we're going to a side room here that's for orc only, so I can only use my orc champions. So once again, we're going to use the champion you get for free with my promo code. We're going to throw in this 5-man team, and I'm a huge numbers guy. Everyone knows that who watches me, so all I want to do is the most amount of damage possible to try and one-shot everyone. And I used the runes, which were the customizable part of this game as far as stats go, to make sure I was always doing the most damage. So let's keep this on 4 times speed here. Hopefully we don't kill them too quickly, since I am rather geared. So we killed the first guy. I pretty much want to ramp this whole effect up here and make sure this is my one-shot champion, the Wolverine chick. Let's try to kill him. Okay, we didn't quite get him there. We really don't want this guy to die here, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, now it's getting a little bit scary. Let's A1 here. Let's go for a stun. We didn't get it. Okay, he died. This was pretty much all stage. I wanted him to die, and this is why. When a champion dies in the tower, just like the guild raid, you can no longer use him for the remaining clear of the tower. This is really cool. This makes progression a lot harder and really makes you think about things. Another really cool part about the tower is once you end a match, all of the turn meters freeze and all of the ability cooldowns freeze until the next match. So if I have a champion's strongest ability off of cooldown that normally takes a few cooldowns to cycle through, it will be available as soon as it enters the next match. The same goes for turn meter. If the turn meter is full, it will stay full going into that next match, which is something you can use to your advantage when you get to the harder stages. So if a champion dies like this, he's out forever. He's a really strong champion, so I'm simply going to leave battle. There's going to be no penalty. There is no resource cost to actually fighting these tower stages. Everything's completely free about this. Now that we know that champion's going to die in the order of things, we're going to swap him out for a different champion. And this is how you use this tool to your advantage, since you can just leave the match every time to reset exactly what you're doing. Now that we've made the proper changes, we can throw this on auto with our new champion here and pretty much watch as we dominate this round, moving on to our next round and kind of giving you an idea on what kind of rewards you get. You do get rewards after winning every single stage, and like I said before, there is 0 resource cost to completing all of these different rounds, which is awesome. On top of that, you also get the fact that you can reset this daily. So now you're getting daily points. It's a lot of fun, and the higher your level is, the higher the power is of your champions, the harder all of this gets, which is also really cool. So after making that small change here, once it gets a little hard, you do have to manual it and start placing in other champions, but This is our first round here. This is what the rewards look like. Once again, we're always getting skill books. What we see in the middle here is an experience tome, which levels up your champions, as well as another form of currency to buy champions or gear, and finally gold, which lets you upgrade pretty much everything in this game. Now, the last thing that I wanted to show you guys is what you actually spend your energy on. While auto-clicking and all of that can be fun, what I personally really enjoy is getting new gear for champions because of how easy it actually is. So this champion here, I have 2 available slots of gear to get for him. Now, once you get through a decent bit of the campaign as far as progression wise, which always gets harder throughout the game, which is another fact that I love about it, this is how you farm for gear. What you do is you craft this one, see what you're missing. So I'm missing 5 of these. Now watch how I get them. Since I've already completed all of these campaign stages and 3-star them, I can hit instant loot and do this as many times as I want until I get the pieces that I do in fact need. So we got 4 of them, so we only need 1 more, so we'll do 2 more auto battles. That's done there. Now we'll go back here to this next missing piece that I need. Find the one that gives the most experience. Okay, for 10 energy. Now we refresh again. We have 5 also. Now we're gonna go back here, hit craft, hit equipped. That's how I just farmed a piece of gear for this champion, giving him some upgrades. So this is what you can do as opposed to auto-clicking. All of the gear is the same. It's not going to be different. Once you see what's in a slot, this is the only item you can put in a slot. The only interchangeable things are the runes here. And you can also get that from a separate campaign, or you can buy it with the gold resource from the chest that you get. And as if there wasn't enough free stuff for you to do in this game, one thing that's available are things like challenges. Now challenges give you things like experience books, they give you scrolls, everything's on a rotating schedule here. Sunday, as we can see, we have 2, 4, 5, all 6 of the challenges are available every single Sunday, which is really cool. And while it may seem repetitive, the challenges are actually really unique. For this specific challenge, you can use only tanks to complete this, which is really interesting because a lot of the waves have healers, damage dealers. So if you want to auto, you have to make sure using the proper tanks together based on what they do. So as we can see here, the requirement for this specific challenge is I can use fighters and tacticians only. By clicking this icon to the left here, it shows me all of my current champions that I have that fit that description, so I can kind of pre-plan, make a team that will work the best for me. Now the cool part about this is, once again, you can do this 3 times a day for free. You get 3 free tickets. Once you 3-star it, you can simply hit auto loot, and like I said, this is a huge change in pace when coming from Raid, where everything costs energy. You have to constantly buy energy. So much free stuff going on here. This is kind of a sigh of relief, and it's a lot of fun, and this is why I actually play this game a lot more than Raid now. So once again guys, that's going to be it for my video here. Definitely join my Discord. The channel talking about Dragon Champions is one of the most active in the entire Discord that I have, so make sure you look at that highlighted comment. Join the Discord, use the link to download the game, and use the promo code. And definitely message me and tag me once you do that, and we'll get you into the proper guild so we can start playing together. And I'm not just making this video because I am sponsored to the game. Obviously, as you can see, I'm level 60. And really quickly looking at the entire guild, I am the highest level in the entire guild. So that kind of just goes to show you how much I enjoy playing this game and how I actually play it even more than Raid now. Now I do have the advantage where I did start about a week before to test the game out to make sure I liked it first, but we have an option called Battlegrounds coming out soon, which is going to be pretty much a game changer for this genre. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll go over that once you guys join the Discord. This is something I'm probably going to stream because it's going to be huge. So as always, thanks a bunch for watching guys. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I will see you all in my next video.